Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're reviewing the 2024 Jeep Compass. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this Compass. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 200 horsepower and then 221 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 24 around town and then 32 on the highway. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it's raised in the center and then kind of falls off on either side and has a boxy look overall. And then taking a look at the headlights, they look just like a Grand Cherokee's, obviously kind of in mini format, and same thing here with the grille. We also have some fog lights down below, and then look at all this trim here at the bottom, how it's darker. And putting it all together, in contrast to the red paint, this thing pops. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 225, 55, 18 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see here with the wheels completely blacked out. And then notice we got this bodywork here with the fender flares also along the side. Got the Compass badge here, mirror cap blacked out, roof's also blacked out. So when you put it all together, the contrast between the red and the black looks pretty stunning. Now this has what I will call Jeep's old key fob at this point, but you know, functionality and it's fine. Lock and unlock, remote start, opening for the hatch, pretty straightforward. Now when it comes to the cargo space, this is a smaller sized crossover, so it's not going to be massive, but it's pretty dang practical overall. I would see this basically as a larger hatchback in terms of the cargo space here in the back. Anyways, when you're all done, just press that button and that will lower the hatch right back down. And taking a look at the taillights, these things look pretty sweet. You can see the rest of the badges here in the back all blacked out, and then notice the trim here at the bottom also black. So putting it all together, let me know your thoughts on the looks here with the 24 Compass. Now taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see stitching here, and then look at all the soft touch trim, and then I love the look of the handle here, and then look at the trim that goes around. And then taking a look at the seats, you can see here with the soft touch, and then notice the stitching, and then we've got like the cloth inserts there in the center. Now although this is a pretty small crossover, legroom back here is actually really good. We also have some vents back here, we have some USBs as well, and then headroom, it's also good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, soft touch here at the top, and then you can see the stitching down below with all the padding. We've got all of our window controls. Front two are automatic, mirror adjustments, and then the mirrors do have blind spot monitoring. And then again, really nice trim there at the top of the seat. You can see the cloth inserts there down the center. Bunch of power adjustments here on the side. And we have all of our light controls here, and then I like this trim right there with the stitching. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, we've got really nice trim all around, stitching there in the center. We've got stuff like cruise control on the front and controls for the center stack. We do have radio controls on the back of the steering wheel as well. And then your regular stalks here on the back. Now taking a look at the gauge cluster, sorry about the glare here, but analog there on either side, as you can kind of see. And then we have that screen there in the center, which you can use to scroll through different bits of info, just like what Jeep has had in vehicles for quite some time now. I do want to mention the dash is all soft touch here at the top, which I think looks pretty nice. And look at the trim there with the vent. It connects to the vent rather. I think it looks cool. And then you got more like soft touch and stitching down below as well. Now in reverse, we do have a backup camera here, and resolution with it's pretty solid. Now as for the rest of the infotainment system itself, as you can see, it does take a second for some of the pages to load up, but it actually responds relatively quickly. We do have heated seats and a heated steering wheel, and I like how it's easy to kind of access all of that. And we do have some buttons here at the bottom, so for the auto stop start, stability control, lane departure, you can see for the hazard lights as well. And then we've got analog controls here for the radio, dual zone climate controls as well, and then we've got some USBs right there, and then some extra storage up front. Parking brake here, and then we have our shifter for the 8-speed automatic transmission. Drive mode select, so you got your auto, snow, sand, mud, 4-wheel drive lock, which there's kind of a look so you can see that better. Got some cup holders right here, and then look at the center console. Good storage space inside. And then speaking of storage, here's a quick look at the glove box, pretty big. Now here's a quick look at the window sticker. You guys can see 2024 model year, base MSRP, and then we've got a bunch of options right here. After all options, $39,105 is the total MSRP. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, do a blind spot monitoring, and then throughout the rest of the rear. And let us set off in the Compass, the new Compass. So first off, I do think these seats are actually pretty comfortable. They are a little bit on the small side, just a little bit. It's not bad though, but that is something to note. Now, aside from that, torque's really good right off the bat, so that's a big plus. Smooth too. Yeah, it seems pretty comfortable so far. Pretty quiet as well. It's a windier day today, which, to be honest, has been kind of annoying, but shows the insulation's pretty good. Yeah, I do like the torque with this. It's solid. Steering is pretty direct. Yeah, it drives well. It honestly, it drives well. Kind of drives like the new Dodge Hornet a little bit. That might be upsetting for some people to hear. Turn this on. Get some air in here. Ooh, too much air. There we go. But I'm actually pretty impressed with this, kind of like what they've done with the interior. I will say, and I've said this in reviews with other cars in this segment, I do think that some, I guess, like a little bit of a missed opportunity with some automakers in this like segment is not putting soft touch in certain areas that there should be. Like, I think right here should have some soft touch on the side where your knee is. And I find that this is random strip that, like, this is soft, and there's this random strip that's not in between the two pieces, which is fascinating. But yeah, I think there should be some more areas. Continuing along here. Yeah, again, the torque's good. We don't have a sport mode, so we're just gonna leave it in auto mode. Let it do its thing. Getting our acceleration here. Ooh. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's got good torque. Yeah, I do like how it drives. So to cap things off, yeah, I think, again, as like a smaller crossover, it drives well. It's got good power. It's got a pretty nice interior. Again, a lot of nice touch points. You can definitely tell they're kind of going more for a luxury theme with this. Yeah, I think overall pretty good. Let me know what you guys think about the new Compass. Also, I like that actually, material-wise. But anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think about the new Compass, and let me know if you get this or some of the other competitors in this price segment.